So go ahead and get back up on the bike. So this is athletic posture, this is athletic stance. You can see me from the side. What happens, my pelvic comes back. Anytime I lock out my knees or get flat-footed, I can't move because my first reaction that I have to do is that I have to unbuckle my knees and get to this position. So if you're in this position, you're ready to go at all times. That's the same thing with lifting weights or whatever you perform. What I'm gonna have you do is go work on the bench form. Now, the points of impact is where you can produce power. It's the things that is connected to a solid object. And any athletic thing, let's say like shooting a jump shot. Now the things that affect the ball is of course your arms, your fingertips, and everything where your ball releases from. But everything comes from the ground up. So it's your feet, your foot placing, your footwork, where you get your feet at, how your feet are aligned, understanding where your power source is, understanding how it comes up from the ground, through your knees, through your hips, out through your arms, centrifugal force, carries the ball and flows off your arm. If you don't have your feet sit, if you don't have your hands, or if you don't have yourself or the center of gravity or the power base coming from the ground, even on a jump shot, you got to start from here to get the power off into the air to lift the ball and anything else like that. It's the same way with throwing a ball. You see quarterbacks that step through with their front foot. It's the same thing with breaking on the ground. You boom, step through. It's the same thing with running when you're coming through. It's the same thing when you're playing defense, when you slide. Same thing as when you lift the weights or doing anything else. You always build your foundation from the ground up and from the power source up. So if I'm standing on the ground, then it's from the ground up. If I'm hanging from a bar, then it's from my arms down. You understand what I'm saying? So I start with my power base on the bench from the ground up, get my feet situated. The next point of attack, if I want to keep that true athletic position, I don't want my hips, I got to make sure that my hips are rotated forward. So I got to arch in my back. I can actually send my hand through here. So my next point of attack or connection is my glutes or my butt to the seat. Then my next point is my shoulder. So now all this right here down here has become part of this bench. It's part of the machine. So anytime, you know, say even when you're playing defense or anything else, or when you're running, let's say you're sliding your feet in defense. From here all the way out here, this is part of the ground. You understand what I'm saying? That's why people can't charge you and go through you. The quicker you can move your feet, the quicker you can slide your feet and beat a person or beat the next guy to that spot. That's part of being there and establishing yourself before then. You understand what I'm saying? So that's part of the ground, that's part of the field of play. The same thing in football and everything else. So I establish my power position. Then the next thing, I go with hand placement. On these bars, or anytime you do something, the bars that have marks on them. So you always start in a neutral position where the mark is, and you come out, right here I come out to power. This is where my most power is. Because when I take the bar off, when I get ready to perform, I build like a triangle coming from my elbows, my forearms, which is this part of my arm, is straight up under the bar. If I'm way out here, my forearms is flat. If I'm way in here, my forearms are bent in. If I'm way in here, my elbows are bent in. So now it's going to be more of my tricep, which you will do that when you want to move and you want to have explosion inside and you want to move your triceps. But just for neutral power, my best power position, this is my arm placement, that's my hand placement. I come down, I blow up. Now another good thing is breathing. Breathing is part of the energy source. So I'm taking a deep breath, hold my breath when I come down, blow out when I get up to the top. Same thing when you're working or when you're doing footwork or when you're working in the game. The way that athletes recover, and top elite athletes that I've trained and professional athletes, is that they understand how they breathe. You take in deep breaths, full like you're breathing in through your back, breathing through your nose, blow out through your mouth, especially when you're exercising and do stuff like that. You move on your breathing pattern. So when I'm doing reps, if you start holding your breath and you don't breathe, you get a lactic acid buildup. You start to tense up, your face starts to tense up. Anytime your face tense up, ever try to take a football and throw it with a tight arm alone. To throw a football or to get a good reaction, you got to be loose. Everything has got to be loose. All right, go ahead and lay down underneath the bench. Go ahead and sit your phone down. All right, go ahead and establish yourself, get your feet on there. And I always do this the same from professional athletes to regular athletes. First thing you do is get your feet, establish yourself. Go ahead and lean back. There you go. Get your hands established. Good job. Slide your head back, and I'm going to tell you why you do that. Slide your head back that way. Now you always want to be back away from the bar, beneath the bar, so when that flip is a backward, upward movement, it's a natural movement. If you're too far this way, you want to stay out this way, and you're going to get off the center of gravity. because you'll run into this and you don't want to get this. So you always want to make sure that you're up and back and you take it off. So on 3, I'll say 1, 2, 3. We'll go to the top. Get that arc in your back. There you go. Chest up. Go down. There you go. Up and back. There you go. Go again. Up and back. There you go. Up and back. Good job. Give me 5. Good job. Good job. One more. Good job. Then the spotter grab it, bring it back in, and that's good. Good. Go ahead. That was a good bench. Go ahead and get back on the bike, grab a quick drink of water, towel yourself off. That's a good bench. Now, in benching, there's a lot of different ways of when you work in your upper body as far as your chest and benches and stuff. Keep riding, pedal. Come on. This is conditioning. We pedal, our rest is conditioning. You understand what I'm saying? We stay ready, so we don't stop pedaling. Go ahead and get a drink of water while I'm talking and everything else like that. We maximize our time in the gym, and we maximize our time in what we do, because you could, as a basketball player or whatever else, you got to be sport specific, so you got to be in shape, and so we do things like that to maximize. So you got a couple different ways that you can actually generate better body control, more power, more strength, more things. You can increase the aerobic capacity of the muscle, meaning that you could go for a long time at a steady pace. You can increase the power, meaning that you can put a lot of weight on it and you can lift it where you got strength and everything else. Or you could increase the neurotransmitter and how fast that muscle fired off, meaning that you can do it quick, that boom, everything you do is so quick. Have you ever held somebody that is quick and it's just so hard, they cut and everything else? It's a nightmare. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, it's a nightmare to hold somebody that can run all day, they got wind. It's a nightmare. It's a nightmare to hold somebody that's strong and they just don't give up and they're just physically strong. Those are elements that you got to learn about your game, that you learn about yourself. We train and I train people in all those elements. So this time, we're going to train in explosion. And what I mean by power and explosion, you're going to come in, you're going to do the same thing, make sure your eyes are down, get your rep. You're going to take the bar down and it's going to rest in your chest. When I say fire, you go fire up as fast as you can. You go rest it down there, you're not going to jump, you're going to wait till I say it, fire, and you go fire up as fast as you can. We're going to do 5 like that. What that simulates is fast twitch muscle fibers and firing off and like the flight or fight, like if a dog's about to chase you, or somebody break and go like that, or somebody give you a move. If you can train those neurotransmitters going to that muscle from your brain and make it fire off fast and you can get it moving fast, then it's going to make you more efficient as an athlete. And the reason why I say it, because you don't know when it's moving or when it's going to happen, and so it's random. You understand what I'm saying? So go ahead and get back under it. Let's establish the... Go ahead and lay down. Build your foundation from the feet, from the ground. Remember that arc in your back, get your shoulder blades in. That's the next thing. There you go. Hands on. Good width, even on both sides. Good job. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Take it off. Bring it down to your chest. When I say fire, fire up hard. Fire. Good job. That's good. Bring it back down. Fire. Good job. Another one. Nice. Fire. Right back down. Fire. Good job. One more. Fire. Good job. Nice job. Good sit. Get back on the bike. Beautiful work. Now that you know that in chest, it's the same thing with legs. Same fire, same foundation, same principle when you're doing explosive work. Same thing with shoulders. It's a little bit different with back because you hit back differently, but you can do pull-ups where it's explosive and everything else. Same way when we're doing footwork, if you're stepping up or you're stepping off or you're running or you're doing shuffling or you're doing hand cleans or anything else, the same reaction, the same fire. Okay, that was the fire up. So that's the concentric where your muscles are contracting. So that's one way that a muscle works. It contracts, meaning that it squeezes together. And then there's the eccentric where the muscle is elongated. So this time, same thing. We'll build a foundation. And this helps the opposing muscles and everything else. Build your foundation. You take it off, we're going to start up. And now we're going to work on the eccentric where it's coming down. When I say fire, we'll let it fall. Be in control. Fire. 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 And you know how I know if you're doing it right all the time and how you should know when you do it right all the time? Because you can hear it in the bar. You can hear that clink, you can hear that blink, and you know it. So you know if you're firing off or you know if you're guessing. All right, let's go. Back on. After we learn this, I'm going to take you through a routine. And then we learn something the next time. Slide down, build your base, make sure your shoulders are in. Big work. This is what makes you better as an athlete. You condition your body, this is your tool. And then you practice your craft. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Hand up, you ready?
So it's bring it down.
Let it fall, fast as you can on your chest. Fire. Nope, you don't push it. Just let it fall. Put your hands, get your hands back even. So you need, just bring it down. Ready? Fire. No, you don't hold on to it. You bringing it down. So you pulling it down to you, so it's, but you're stopping it too before you hit your chest. Ready? Fire. Nope. See, what you did is that you pushed up and then you came down. You see what I'm saying? So you're trying to guess it. When I say fire, you just let it fall, you bring it down to you. Fire. There you go. That was a good one. Bring it back up. Same thing. Fire. A little bit slow. Work on your reaction time. Fire. You pushed up that time. You felt the difference? You just fire right down. You stop it. Trust yourself. This is part of being an athlete. Neurotransmitter, getting the muscles to relax and then engage real fast. That's the way we move as athletes. Fire. A little slow. You get one of them right. Fire. That's a little bit of it. All right. As you can see, it's rough. But it changed it trained neurotransmitter. It trained with the eccentric, concentric contractions. So you're going from being relaxed, being stimulated, being all the way relaxed, firing down, to catching yourself and stopping the weight or stopping your body. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, it is very hard. Get a quick drink. So we're gonna go 5 fires, 5 downs. Then we go come, go grab the bar, step back out here. I want the feet across, bar right here, and we go fire. Now I want you to come up from your whole body, hips to here, fire, up on your toes. Okay. Up on your toes. We ain't jumping right now, but I have to go back to your toes. What we're doing right there is we're simulating full body movements, jumping off the ground, vertical jump, explosion, kinetic energy from the ground all the way up to the top of the thing. Bring the body back down. When you bring it back down, you back down here, and we're simulating the eccentric or coming back down or the landing. After you're done with that, you're going to do 5 there. Quick feet side to side on your toes until I say stop. I want you to touch the ground. The ground is hot. Don't stay on the ground long. So I want to move your feet. Now we're working on the iliotibial band, hip flexors, abductors, and motor sensors in your foot and getting your feet up off the ground. If you can move your feet faster, if you can work lateral, if you can fire those muscles off faster, you can play faster, you can jump higher, you can move faster. Got it? Yeah. It's going to be rough, but let's get it going. So we got 5 fire. Let's go. Let's get underneath it. Push yourself. We got 5 fire ups, 5 down.
Fire up and 1 out.
Yep, go up. So you start from your chest down. You know those guys? Okay. Get the foundation. Ready? Let's go. Start it down. And I said 5 fire up. Hard. 5. Good job. 1. Back down. 5. 2. Good job. 5. Good job. Weighing out together. 5. Good job. 1 more. 5. Keep it up. Now you go fire down. 5. Yep. Come on. Work on getting down there. 5. That's a little bit better. Pull it down a little bit with your arms too. 5. There you go. 5. A little slow. That's because you're getting tired. That's what you got to train. That's how you know as an athlete that you got those muscles that fatigue. 5. Little light. Go ahead. Grab the bar. Go over there. Grab the bar. Get a good base. Just as if you was going to jump, let the bar hang. Back up. Back up right outside the little edge. Then right here, neutral. 2 rocks. Feet to rock. The power base is usually right a little bit underneath your arms, right a little bit underneath your arm feet. So it can't be somewhere right out here. Outside of here, you can't generate enough power to get up in the air and take off like you want. If you want to run, you have to come to 0 when you get there. Now you can play defense here. That's right. There's a power base where you got your power where you go quick. Even in the basketball move, you can slide in the basketball move. You can only go X amount. If I'm just like that, I have to take that step, this full step here, where I can trip into that handle again. You understand what I'm saying? So you never want to get wide unless you're too low.